In hindsight, it's really interesting that Pokémon Scarlet and Violet chose not to include fossil Pokémon. Only in the DLC did we get any of them, and that was restricted only to the Shieldon and Granados lines. Also, inexplicably, they are just wandering around the Indigo Disc biomes. Like, aren't they extinct? Wouldn't this be like seeing a T-Rex at the zoo? Anyway, the Gen 9 games are the first games since Generation 2 to not include a way to revive old fossils. And the more you look at Scarlet and Violet's emphasis on ways that Pokémon develop and change over time, the less sense this choice makes. In the base game alone, we have the introduction of Convergent Evolution and Paradox Pokémon, two subcategories of Pokémon that are the result of the ways species change and adapt. Pokémon Extinction naturally sidles up quite nicely to these ideas, but Scarlet and Violet said no thanks. I'm not entirely convinced that Zapapico wasn't meant to house the means of fossil revival though. Outside of shops, there are no major points of interest, except for a strangely unused interior of a home that features a massive hole dug right into the middle of the room. Sounds like fossils to me. Which fossil line would you add to the Gen 9 games if you could? I'd pick the Gen 8 fossils personally. I love the mixing and the matching that you can do with them.